Hi, and welcome to Framework for Success. I am Michelle Egbert. As we continue to explore the pillars of my framework, it's important for us to talk about those things that can keep us stuck internally. So, have you ever noticed how your brain can go from zero to the worst case scenario in about 5 seconds? You'll send an email to someone, you get absolutely no response. And then suddenly you start to think, did I say something wrong in that email? Or something small goes wrong in your business. And now it feels like everything in your business is off track. Well, if this sounds familiar, I want you to hear this. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you because our brains are actually wired this way. And today, I want to show you why, and actually, more importantly, how to move forward regardless. So, this is called negativity or negative bias, what I just described to you. It is your brain's natural tendency to focus on what's wrong, what could go wrong, and what might be a threat to you. And it exists for a reason. Your brain's job is to protect you. It's not to make you feel confident or clear or even successful. So your brain, it's going to scan for problems. It's going to highlight risks. It's going to replay mistakes over and over again to help you learn from them. And while that used to be, help us survive, today it is one of the biggest reasons I feel women feel stuck, feel overwhelmed, and also unsure of their next steps. And this is exactly where I see so many women struggle. And it's not because they don't have the ability, it's because their thinking is constantly pulling them backwards. So let's actually walk through what this looks like inside of my framework, the purpose, the process, the priorities in your community. So when it comes to your purpose, negative bias is actually going to sound like, what if I choose the wrong path? What if I am not good enough? What if this doesn't work? So instead of moving forward, you actually stay stuck in all of this questioning. But I want you to know purpose isn't built in certainty. It's actually built in movement. And sometimes the only way to get clarity is to take the step your brain is actually trying to talk you out of. So now let's talk a little bit about priorities. Negativity bias makes you focus on everything that isn't working. So your brain will jump from problem to problem. And suddenly everything in your life and your business feels urgent. Everything feels important. And you actually end up overwhelmed. But clarity, it doesn't come from reacting to fear. It comes from choosing what actually matters, even when your brain is telling you everything is a problem. So here is something to note. Negativity, it does grow in isolation. When you're, by yourself, your thoughts get louder, you start to compare yourself to others, your self-doubt starts to increase, and you start actually believing things that aren't even true. But the right community, that right community, it's going to interrupt that pattern. It's going to remind you what's real. It's actually going to reflect back to you your strengths when you can't even see them yourself. And it also helps quiet the noise that your brain is creating. Now, with processes, your negativity bias will lead to overthinking. Overthinking is going to lead to inaction. And that darn inaction is going to keep you stuck. But when you have systems in place, when you have processes in place, you don't have to rely on how you feel in the moment because you can take action even when your brain is full of doubt. And that right there is where confidence actually starts to build. So what can you do starting today? Well, there are 3 simple things that you can do. First thing is you need to catch that thought, catch that negative thought. Notice when your brain goes negative. Second, I want you to challenge that thought and ask, is this actually true? Or is this possibly my brain trying to protect me? And third, I want you to take aligned action anyway. Not reckless action, but aligned action. That action that's going to move you forward and move you towards your purpose, move you towards your priorities, and towards your growth. So your brain may default to that negative, but your life doesn't have to. So when you build with purpose, you set those clear priorities, you surround yourself with the right people and with the right communities, and you create processes that actually support you, you stop reacting to fear and you start leading your life with intention. And that right there is where everything begins to change. So if this is something that you're navigating right now, and maybe you feel a little bit stuck, then I want to suggest that you take my alignment audit. So this audit is going to actually help you identify why you feel stuck and what to fix first. So just send me a DM in either Instagram, or you can also send it to me in LinkedIn and I will send it to you. Just note in there that you would like my alignment audit. And then in our next video, we are going to continue to explore those internal signals, those signals that can keep you stuck. And we will explore next time, we are going to explore self-doubt. So we will see you next time.